First of all, I think it's important to have a look at the teacher's resource book because it gives you specific information on how to use the materials and also the goals of each of the activities in every lesson, how to use them. There is a temptation, because the materials look very simple and clean and open, for teachers to rush through them and not realize that there's a lot more that you can do with each exercise through careful setup, through a little follow, through modeling and so on. And so not to just rush through the exercises, but to really look at each exercise as the basis for like a mini little lesson, really. So that sort of information is in the teacher's book, but take it very slowly and see if you can really prepare students for each activity and also build up follow-up around it. So that's the first thing. Once you get familiar with using the course as it's described in the teacher's manual, then I think you can begin to improvise, to adapt and supplement and go a bit more flexible. You might even change the order of some of the activities. You might decide you don't need to do this particular activity now, you'll save it for later, and so on. So first of all, follow the teacher's manual and get familiar with the material that way. Also talk to other teachers who have used it and see what advice they have for you on how to use the course as effectively as possible. Well, let me give you an example. I visited a big school recently in Quito, Ecuador, and I saw a teacher using Interchange Level 3, and she was doing a unit on kind of topics of concern in the community from one of the units, issues, and she had moved from that topic to a topic that she had chosen that was engaging for her students, who were all young adults, university students and working people, that had to do with marriage and relationships. And she developed a debate. So they had done the activity in the book, and then she'd gone beyond it and developed an activity that took the bulk of the class time, in which students worked in pairs, developing arguments for and against, or for whatever position they were asked to defend. Then they got together and have a debate. So, of course, that's a great thing to do when you can see ways of connecting to the students' lives through extension activities of that kind. We also provide, of course, many resources for the teacher in the video program and online and so on, and in the teacher's manual to suggest activities like these that do go beyond the book. So the book is very easy to extend and adapt. I mean, you might look at a vocabulary set, for example, in Four Corners or Interchange and see that it lays out a set of words, but you can do a lot with that. You can put those words in the context of sentences. You can practice seeing whether students can group them in different categories or think of opposites or synonyms and so on. So be creative and see if you can find ways of connecting that activity and the content of that activity to where the students are at in their current level of language proficiency, take them further in terms of what they want to do with English. Well, the videos take some of the content of the unit, some of the language, some of the functions, some of the vocabulary, and then put it in a new context. Sometimes it might be an interview, sometimes it might be a little documentary, it might be a conversation. They're all designed to show that language in use in a different context. So first of all, they provide an extension activity. They connect with language as it's used in the real world. They can be used in several ways, as with any other kind of comprehension-based activities that prepare the students for the video, to think about what might be happening, to watch the video several times, but to grade the task. So they might watch first of all with one purpose in mind, watch it for a second time with a different purpose in mind. First of all, they might watch to make a summary of what happened. Then they might watch again to look at some of the language that's used. Then they might watch in order to get ideas to write their own little role play, perhaps, based on the video, so that you use the video to provide content as a springboard for other things that they might do. And with Four Corners, for example, we suggest in the teacher support material how teachers can actually plan students to make their own videos like those that they see in the video companion. So lots of ways in which video can be used to enrich the learning experience, because it provides that visual content, real people and real situations using real language.